All right, we're going to start CAD 57, and it's in inches. So we will English Standard and create. All right, I'm going to start with the middle and the circles on the outsides because they're all the same. Okay, as far as extrusion depth. So that's going to be a top view of us, right? Yeah. We'll make that the front view, actually. So we'll just start with our circles. So we got a circle here and here. That's the hole, right? We got one out here. Now, I'll go ahead and dimension these. All right, so this is going to be 2. This one's going to be 1.25. Now, this one is going to be 1. This one's going to be 1.5. And then the distance, golly, easy for me to say, it's going to be 4. All right, so that's got that one. All right, now we need to get our other two. One's going to be 30 degrees below, and the other one's going to be 50 degrees above. So I'm going to draw a couple of center lines. Okay, I'm going to put one here, bring one up here, and bring another one down here. All right, now that's going to be 50, and that's going to be 30. So that gets that straightened out. Now we've got a radius 3. Okay, and I'm going to use arc for that. So center point arc 3, and then just do that with it. All right, it doesn't show up as center line, but it is a center line. Now make sure you turn center lines off before you do anything else. All right, so we got 2 more circles up here. So zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. Right on that corner, and that's going to be a radius of 0.625. So let's back up, go to radius 0.625, and then the inside part of that is same spot, and it's going to be a radius of 0.375. That's got those two. Now I'm going to offset this one 0.375. 0.37. All right, now we can trim and erase. And we'll trim out these as well. All right. And you're like, why don't you do the outside? Well, because we're not ready for that yet. Okay, that's going to be a different thickness. So we're doing just the round parts for right now. And then the other one is just 2 holes, and it is going to be 1.25 and 0.75 diameter. So circle, pick our center, right click, go to diameter. 1.25, and then 0.75. And we don't need these at all, so I will take both of those out. All right, so there we go. There's that. All right, now we're going to extrude this symmetrically. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the sketch so that we can see it. All right, so there we are. So now I'm going to extrude. I'm going to pick there, pick there. Sometimes you may have to do that. Now, this is the one we want, symmetric. Okay, it's 1.5. So that's our full. See how it gets all of them, right? And we're right in the center. That's important because our plane is going to want to go right through the center for our next spot, okay? So we'll hit OK on that. All right, now, expand origin, and you want the XY plane, okay? That's the one that goes to the middle of everything. New sketch. Hit F7 so that you can see the split where you're at. And all we want to do now is from this one, we're going to go tangent to tangent. So I'm going to project all of these exteriors. Okay? Now I'm going to do a line, and I'm just going to draw it like this. Okay? Now, tangent. This to this, and that to that. And then we'll trim off the ends. And I'll do the same thing down here. Now I could mirror it, but I'm just going to be drawing a line to mirror it anyway. So there we go. And that's got that one. Trim here and here. All right, so there's those two lines. Now, I want to get one from this one to this one. So I'm going to draw a line center to center and then center to center. Now, offset, so it offsets both, okay? So I'm going to take this one back out because they're going to be two different distances. So offset, and it was 0.625, right? So 0.625, and then offset this one the same, 0.625. There we go. Now I can trim in here and erase this. And I'll go ahead and put that dimension back in there. Now we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to draw a line center to center. And we're going to offset 0.625. Looks like it is the same. There we go. Once again, trim here and here. All right, take this thing out the middle. Go ahead and put our dimension back in there. All right, now we're going to finish that sketch. Okay, so now we got our next places. So we're going to extrude, pick, pick, and pick. Now those are 0.75 deep, okay? So see, they're thinner. All right, so we got that. Now we got to get our things, okay? So let's go to this view. All right, I'm going to project all right, now we're going to offset. And our offset distance is going to be 0.25, okay? It looks weird, I know. But we're going to trim it, so it's okay. So, trim. And we'll F7 that to make sure we get everything. All right, so there's our spots, right? So now I'm gonna finish that sketch. All right, so extrude, and we'll just pick these centers, okay? Now, these are gonna be 0.15, and they're gonna cut. And see how they cut in? Okay? So there we get that. Now, we can do the same thing on the other side, or we can do it the easy way. Once again, XY plane, okay? So we know our XY plane. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit mirror, all right? And we're going to click our feature, and then we're going to click mirror plane, and we're going to click XY. And then we're going to hit OK. Now, when I roll this to the other side, hey, it's done, okay? Now, got to get our fillets in. And all of our fillets are 0.05. Probably should have done that. Oop. If you do that, just hit shift and pick it again. There we go. Faster way would have been to have done all this before. But you get the idea. And you could have actually drawn it with these in there as well. And then we gotta get the other side. You know what? Let's cancel that. I'm going to go back to extrusion 3, the one I mirrored. I'm going to edit my sketch. Fillet 0.05. No need in doing all of that. We can just do it this way. And it'll update. There we go. So we'll finish that. Let's see. And watch. See, it did it on both sides. Alright, so now all we gotta do is get our 05s in here. Hit OK. Alright, so there. That's a better way of doing that. Alright, so we got the whole thing done and the fillets in. Whew. And I'm looking and I don't think, yeah, it doesn't fill it on the inside. Yeah, it does. Okay. Fill it, make sure it still says 0.05, and then you should be able to pick inside of each of these and it should get the whole thing. And then we'll go to the other side and do the same thing. It's a lot of fillets. Okay. Whew. Okay, so we got it done. So now let's get this thing laid out. All right, go ahead and save it, rename it. Once again, it doesn't give us a material, so we'll just rename it. And this is the pivot arm. Update, hit OK, and save. And this CAD 57. new layout. Data sheet, B-size. Base. And I'm going to make it 0.75, a little bigger. There we go. And we'll hit OK. All right, so there's that view. Kind of center it. And then we'll do our section. And now this one is going to be kind of what they call an offset section. Line up, go to the center, go past the end of that, make sure that green dot is there, okay? And we'll continue and we'll bring that up straight like so. And there's our section view, okay? And then we can just dimension it the same way they did. So let's get our stuff in. And then we'll do this one this way. Pick, 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 and create. All right, so that's got those. Now we can get our angle in. Oh, that's right. We want to do it that way. We want to do 2 angles. Just a touch. Get that out of the title block. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save this so we can get our title block name in there. 57. There we go. All right, so we've got that. Now, they do a lot of that dimension up here. All you really need up here is this. Okay? There. I mean, that gets that, right? The rest of it, just do it down here. I always like to have all those on these areas. And we're going to put one of those on each one of these, okay? Now, I'm going to grab that and pull it out here, okay? There we go. All right, so that's got her dimensioned. We do need a radius on this. There we go. And I'm going to move this up. There we go. Got to move that out away from there a little bit. maybe it would be better to put it out here. Rateability is important. Okay. Center that drawing up. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, let's double check and make sure we got everything. Okay, we need our note. So text. Use the ampersand and then fillets are 0.05. And there you go. Okay. Now they're showing a 3D view of the thing in there as well, but you don't need to show that in yours. Just turn this in. Okay, so we'll save that. And then we'll export it. And that'll be CAD 57. All right, that is the conclusion of this chapter. So chapter 11, symmetrical features, are done. Hopefully you've learned a little something about how to rotate and copy and, you know, do circular patterns and to mirror things. Okay? So we will be using that again as we go. Little tools that will make life easier for you. And we'll see you in the next thing. CAD 58.